Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul here and Philip.
Wow, guys. Hello there, everyone. It seems like I was right this whole time. I,
After
I,
our
I don't
last
want to brag,
video,
but I am the new theory guy.
well, Matt Pratt did resign, so you step in. Okay, so in our last video, we were talking about Messi and the whole situation in Hong Kong, and then this video was recommended to us, so let's take a look and
Yeah,
see what's
yeah.
going on. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's see what this whole situation is.
Okay, let's go.
Lionel Messi is officially branded as a threat to the CCP after he failed to play in Hong Kong last Sunday. Now, Chinese state media having a full blast on the offense targeting Messi, as well as China's Football Association severing ties with the Argentine Soccer Association. Messi becomes another anti-CCP symbol, whether he likes it or not.
Bro,
Welcome
wow.
to China Insider, I'm David Zhang. Yesterday, our episode, we explored how Messi unintentionally offended the CCP, and now it seems the CCP has intentionally escalated this situation into a national level crisis, fueling its nationalism. Chinese internet trolls were quick to farm brownie points of nationalism. This fan allegedly cut up a Messi jersey, but people quickly pointed out that he was actually editing the footage, and the jersey he actually cut was a fake one. And another attempted to rip an expensive Messi jersey, which he claims to have costed 4,000 US dollars. Again, he got exposed for switching the jersey to another one. And he was even shouting slogans like, "This is for never being a fan of Messi forever." Meanwhile, Chinese internet users flocked under
They don't
the
want to go
Weibo account
the
of
whole.
the Argentinian embassy
Yeah.
It's
to post
expensive.
things like the Falkland Islands
Yeah.
They don't
belong
wanna
to
go the
British,
whole way.
as well as Argentinians have no manner. Now, the Chinese Football Association did the worst thing by politicizing the situation by canceling ties with the Argentinian Soccer Association, putting their March visit into question. Well,
Bro, what a
deleting all
mess.
of Lionel Messi's appearances online. He's essentially been blacklisted in China. Meanwhile, Chinese state media having a full blast, just full on shaming Messi for failing to play. And their tone saying that it is Western forces behind Messi that wanted to stir trouble in the city of Hong Kong. Yeah, of course, that's a typical lie they use, pinning everything on the Western forces or the CIA or just the United States. At this point, the entire situation, as I said yesterday, have become a full-blown nationalistic war, and they've just found their next target, to distract, of course, from the domestic problems like the economy. But the funny thing is that Inter Miami, Messi's current club, is actually an American football club or soccer club. If the CCP
it's
wanted
still
to punish
football.
Messi, why not just sever ties with the American Football Association instead of the Argentinian one? In fact, this whole time, it actually had nothing to do with Argentina, as this match was between Inter Miami and the Hong Kong soccer team. So are they just too scared to bully the US? Or can they even bully the US? They're only going after Argentina. I wonder why. Is it because the new president of Argentina is anti-communist? We don't know. Still, we can expect Messi's China ventures to be very slow, as well as some of the sponsorship he has in China to be halted. But I still find it quite hilarious because according to what the CCP state media is saying, that Messi was not following the terms outlined in his contract, well then shouldn't it be that Tatler Asia, who is the host of this whole event in Hong Kong, be suing Messi? Why haven't they done so? Well, it turns out there's probably a contract that's signed for the conditions in which Messi would play, and then another one that's signed in which it's conditions how Messi will not play. And just because no one can guarantee such a thing due to injuries or unexpected events, that is probably the case. Now, in the details of the contract leaked to the public, it was stated that Messi had to play for about 45 minutes unless prevented by things like injury or safety reasons.
Which
However,
was
because many also believe
Yeah.
that there was a B contract in which he doesn't actually have to play, again, citing injury or medical or safety reasons.
How can
and
you
that
have
was
a
the one
B
in which
contract?
Tatler Asia, in their primary, or I guess you would call it the first time hosting such event, actually messed up. And then Messi was not required to play at all, provided, of course, he gets no money from it. And then I came across Chinese reporters who were claiming that something did happen during halftime in which Messi was seen visibly angry in the second half. According to this reporter, it's likely that Tatler Asia, again, the organizer, they only contacted and signed a contract with Inter Miami, and that actually went beyond Messi's team, his managers, of course, so that Messi didn't get any money in Hong Kong, which means that he doesn't actually have to play again due to injury. So in the subsequent video, we see that Messi had his hand in his pocket. He skipped shaking hands with the officials. So now it seems to make sense that there's nothing written in the contract in which that would indicate he needs to perform things like shaking hands or giving public speeches or accepting awards of that nature. And if Messi was suffering from an injury, he doesn't need the money, right? Which sounds not like it's a lot to risk his health for this. Now, according to HKO1, their information suggests that the entire contract from Tatler to Inter Miami is only $6.5 million for the entire club. And that means Messi likely got a fraction of that, even if he played. So it's not a big sum of money in the perspective of
So he was
him,
looking out for
which,
himself.
compared to the likeliness of suffering from an injury, I guess they outweigh the option then. But if the contract negotiation went south halfway through the game, it's probably because he and his team were fooled or blindsided somehow in that whole thing. And this again blames Tatler for the situation. Now, the question is, who should be actually blamed for the entire thing? Again, I'll say this because fans are visibly angry, disappointed at Messi for not playing, but nobody is actually questioning Tatler Asia's role in this because they are the ones that were hosting the event on behalf of the Hong Kong government. Yet now the CCP propaganda is deliberately avoiding putting the blame on Tatler Asia. So something fishy is going on. But again, we have no details on that.
It is fishy.
Just because of this, everything has turned from focusing on the technical issues with the contract into a full-blown nationalistic war against Lionel Messi. And this really hasn't been, talked about enough on the information space in China. And also, according to HKO1, one of the legislative members of Hong Kong actually expressed desire to use the Legislative Council Powers and Privileges Ordinance to want to investigate Messi, or what they call is the Messi Rebellion. It sounds exactly like what they want to do is haul him in front of the Hong Kong City Council to essentially grill him. But like I said, fans are angry at the player for not showing up. Somehow justified, but nobody is talking about why he's not showing up. They must all understand, right? From a sports medicine perspective, players get injured, they could heal in 3 days, so by the time they're in Japan, they can play. Or they can be out for an entire season, or maybe just 1 day. It all depends on the feeling of the player. There's really no problem here. But just look at things like, what's happening in the NBA, NFL, or any injury management policies in the European soccer leagues. People actually go through this, right? Fans are disappointed, of course. Sometimes a team misses their chance at the championship because of that. But everybody respects the health of the player. But nobody right now in China is talking about that. They're not seriously discussing the illness and the medical side of things. They're just focusing on the blinded, this obsession with nationalism. And it's become a battle of tempers. The real emotion is nothing more than this, right? Messi disrespects and looks down on the Chinese fans, which is then used to rile up the nationalistic feelings. Like, this look down upon statement is of course untrue. Messi has helped many young Chinese fans in the past. He's even taken photos with them at sports camps. After winning the World Cup, he also went to Beijing to play. He even hugged a fan who ran to him for 90 minutes, right? He played in Beijing. Messi is not some weirdo or some problematic guy. He actually is pretty much described as a humble player. Not only is he having the outstanding soccer skills, but he also is very much a down-to-earth guy in person. So people seem to forget that this is not as simple as it seems, right? And then so you look at all this overwhelming attack on him. It's extremely unusual. It's being directed by the CCP propaganda system, and it goes beyond a business aspect into a full-blown nationalism and as well as a nationalistic side of things. Neither Inter Miami nor Messi probably understand what's even happening with the situation here. They probably think that this was just a business transaction, a regular friendly game. Of course, the absence is a mistake, but it's not a big deal, right? Things happen and people move on, and there's contractual agreements in place for contingencies like this. But of course, the public sentiment outside of China is very calm. It's just that inside China, something's not right. Messi is still the same Messi, right? Lionel Messi is still the same. But Hong Kong And to an extent, the Chinese Communist Party, as well as the Chinese internet, is no longer what we used to know. Today, it's consumed by this hatred towards everything. And anything that can be offensive is deemed offensive at the first sight, especially Hong Kong. Right now, it's a new Hong Kong. It's under the CCP's occupation. And somehow it deserves to be more respected. It's very sensitive, just like the CCP itself. China is running full battery mode on nationalism, and it's Messi that's the latest victim in all of this. And so it stands to reason that in the future, incidents that supposedly humiliates China will continue to happen. It's going to appear one after another. And that's mainly due to two reasons. First, we know the recent economic downturn in China has crashed everybody's confidence, and especially the general public resentment towards the Chinese government is at an all-time high. So it's obviously going to be directed to strengthen nationalism. Now, anybody who dares to insult China, even if it's just suspected or it's an insinuation of insulting China, they will be dragged on every public platform, and they're going to be amplified by the state media, used as a weapon. Events that are supposed to
this is kind of like a cancel
somehow
culture.
end up insulting China on a large scale will
Kind
definitely
of.
be amplified as well.
Yeah.
And in the case of foreign countries, we see all of this with a clear image, right? We can see the entirety of the downfall of the Chinese Communist Party. And before, many people were silent because China was powerful. Now they can freely express their views on China. We see it with Dr. K. We're now seeing it with Lionel Messi. Situations that should have been dealt with in an official capacity or died down grow into nationalistic wars. However, because China's economy is doing so bad, it no longer has the ability to control the narrative power outside of China. So China's bargaining power will also decrease. Companies, individuals, they will start to let themselves actually speak the truth or what they're thinking outside of China's narrative sways. And I think that's a good thing. Anyways, that's it today for the follow-up on the Lionel Messi situation in China as well as Hong Kong. If you enjoy the content, leave a like, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye-bye.
Okay, so it seems like to David Zhang, which was the reporter we were watching, he doesn't fully believe in what I believe.
Okay.
It seems like he believes that Messi actually, Messi and the whole Inter Miami team, they didn't do that on purpose. Okay. For me, at least, I still think that there is something catchy going on.
Yeah, it is
I
fishy,
think it might have been-
100%.
Yeah, I think it still might have to do something to do with the with politics, since like he said, Argentina just elected a very conservative president, which is very against communism and all that stuff. So I think that there's more than just what we just been seeing on the news.
Yeah.
But well,
My
at least
view on this, the first time I saw this, I thought that Messi didn't play due to financial reasons, and that's what he is saying. So I'm kind of like on his, on his point of view. I thought Messi didn't play because he wasn't getting paid enough, and that's what normally happens with a lot of different things. Like a few singers don't sing, or a few boxers don't. Like there's a famous video of a boxer who just, as soon as the bell rings, he walks out of the ring because he wasn't getting paid, and people were just exploiting them. So when I saw this at first, I thought Messi is being exploited. He's not going to play as a protest, but because he's not getting paid enough. I didn't take it to the political side. However, after looking at the news, there are so many things talking ill about Messi. I do think they need to refund, and I saw some news that they did issue refunds, or they will issue refunds, and that's going to be a big, a big dent, a big blow to their pockets, because the organizers. Yeah. But then again,
and not just to their pockets, but to the whole nationalism thing, And I think
the economy.
No, I'm not talking just only about the economy. I'm talking about the ideology of the country. Which is actually what I believe it's a more sacred thing than just the money, at least for the CCP.
Okay.
So, like I said before, I think that this is a more political type of problem rather than just a money issue. Like,
okay, so you think it's purely political?
yeah, I still think it's mainly, at least the main uh, objections that Messi had with this with that game, with that match,
Okay.
was at least mainly political.
So you think Messi is anti-China? Like that's what you're saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay, basically.
I'm not completely sure.
No, but that's what you
But there are but there are evidences that are pointing out to that.
Okay.
So that's why I think that.
Okay.
I have that opinion.
One of the biggest comments, or the most liked comments on the video that we just watched, was a person saying that it's the worst PR move for them to do this, because everybody loves Messi. And going against Messi means you're going against the whole, I don't know how many million fans he has, like hundreds of millions of fans, right?
Like I said, like we said before in the last video, this is not the type of things that Messi is used to do.
No, he's actually known to be a very humble person. So
yeah. That alone just makes you think that something wrong is going on. You know?
But like the bottom line, he's blacklisted. But is he banned from China? No, I don't think he's banned from China.
I don't think he's banned. No,
but that's a possibility, right?
Yeah.
If he does any remarks that is misunderstood, if he comments anything, I think that's why he didn't say anything until now. Now it makes a little bit more sense, because it's very sensitive. If he says something, it might be misconstrued and he might get banned from China.
Yeah.
You know, so I think he's taking it easy, being very careful. And as we saw in the video, he has done other things for Hong Kong, which were in favor of the fans. But it still doesn't add up on why he wouldn't, I don't know, at least wave to the fans or give an interview, like saying, guys, I'm sorry, or at least try to...
He wasn't being himself at that game.
Or at least try to, you know, like when you're sick, or actually you're not sick, you don't want to go to work, and then or you're a little bit sick, like you're a little bit sick and you don't want to go to work, you don't feel like it, you kind of like exaggerate it so that people will know you're sick. So I mean, he didn't even put on an effort of saying, look, I'm very injured, I can't even walk, like, you know, at least like go on crutches or something. But he, you know, so he wasn't bothered by it. That's what gets me. Like, why wasn't he even bothered by it? Even after the backlash, in the Japan game, he should have said something. I don't know. It's quite messy. It's a messy situation.
Yeah.
But guys, I would love to read the comments and know what you guys are saying, what you guys are thinking. I know that the fans are hurt because they couldn't see Messi, but I also know that they shouldn't mix things. Like, one thing might not have to do with the other, and maybe people that are hurt might start, you know, attacking him without knowing all the facts. And at the same time, I would like to know from the Messi fans, what do you guys think about this whole situation? Because I'm a fan of Messi, and I can't understand like why he would do that. You know, it gives him the image of arrogance, which is not
common.
It's not common for him. So I would love to know what the international fans are thinking of this whole situation, and I don't think it's being covered that much in international media. As I said, I thought this was a small thing that happened, but it has become something like a snowball, and and especially in mainland China, it's escalating. It's escalating. It's going up to, you know, to politics now. It's going up to the, you know, to the top and they wanted to put Messi on the pedestal, right? Not pedestal?
Yeah.
Yeah, to talk to him and see what's going on. Soon enough, he'll be in customs and immigration will be asking him, are you a spy or something, just because he didn't play a match.
Yeah.
These things, they're messy. Anyways, any last
messy.
comments?
I think that's all, my friend. I believe that I have said everything that I believe it's actually going on. I might be wrong, but
We'll see.
let's just wait for the next news and see.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next chapters.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts. If you have more information, if you're deep diving into the topic, let us know the details and, you know, spill the tea, because it's a very interesting topic, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Now you can get full access to exclusive content, special reactions to shows, series, anime, full movies, and even request a video of your choice. Just become a YouTube member or join Buy Me a Coffee today. Find out more. The link is in the description.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game.